It's Snake. I'm in front of the disposal facility.
Excellent, Snake. Age hasn't slowed you down one bit.
How's that sneaking suit working out?
I'm nice and dry, but it's a little hard to move.
Bear with it. It's designed to prevent hypothermia. This is Alaska, you know.
Take it easy, I'm grateful. If it weren't for your suit and your shot, I would have turned into a popsicle out there. By the way, how's the diversionary operation going?
2 F-16s just took off from Galena and are headed your way. The terrorist radar should have already picked them up.
Behind B. Colonel, what's a Russian gunship doing here?
I have no idea, but it looks like our little diversion got their attention. Now's your best chance to slip in unnoticed. This is Mei Ling. She designed your codec, as well as your Soliton radar system. Contact her if you have any questions about either of them.
Nice to meet you, Snake. It's an honor to speak to a living legend like yourself. What's wrong?
Nothing. I just didn't expect a world-class designer of military technology to be so cute.
You're just flattering me.
No, I'm serious.
I'm surprised. You're very frank for a trained killer.
Looks like we both have a lot to learn about each other.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to learning about the man behind the legend.
Remember, except for your binoculars, you're naked. You need to arm yourself with whatever weapons you can find. First, I want you to infiltrate the disposal site and look for the DARPA chief. Get whatever information you can from him about the terrorists. If you want to get in, there's the front door. It's the fastest way, but there's too much risk of being spotted by the enemy.
I can't just knock on the door and ask them to let me in. There's one sentry on the left and one on the right. They're armed with 5.56ers and pineapples.
What about the air duct near the door? There should also be a duct on the second floor. There are only 18 hours left until their deadline. You've got to hurry.
Hello and welcome back to this second episode of Shattered Ice Plays Metal Gear Solid the Board Game, where we'll be doing Stage 2, the Heliport, which is the second part of our tutorial, and this introduces us to surveillance cameras, which we have 3 of those, exit tokens, which are our exit points off the board. It also introduces us to our focus tokens. So Snake's focus tokens allow him to modify any die rolled, whether it's his or an enemy's, by +2 or -2. This focus token allows him to re-roll a single die, again, whether it is his or an enemy's. And this focus token can be used for one of 2 things. It can either be used to reduce the number of white dice rolled, whenever you need to roll white dice, by 1, or you can use it for a free sneak action. So with all that said, our objective is fairly simple. We need to reach objective token A in the back of this truck, and then reach one of these 2 exit points, here and here. And if we wish, we can go for this objective B token as well, which I will be trying to do, but we shall see how things play out. So we may as well just get straight into it. So just before we start, a word on the cameras. So the surveillance cameras, if we take this one here, have a green edge and an orange edge, and this token tells us which way that camera is facing. So it's either green or it's orange. So this surveillance camera here, if it was facing green, it would see these squares, and if it was facing orange, it would see these squares. So timing a movement between the changing of the cameras is important, just like it was in the video game. The cameras start facing green, so this one is facing along here, this one down here, and this one down here. Unlike the video game, however, the security cameras have an unlimited range to their vision, so this camera can see all the way down to the end here. Okay, and that's about it, really. So we're going to get started. And Snake is going to start by using his dash actions to go dash, dash, we'll dash once more, and then we will sneak to here. So that's Snake's turn done, and we did 3 dash actions. So we need to roll 3 white dice, and we don't draw any attention. So we draw the guard order card, and as we can see, the cameras change their facing to orange, and then the patrols, according to the zigzag token, this is the orientation of the board. So they're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. He will go 1, 2, 3 and turn to his right. 4. And then he will turn again, so this time he will turn back on himself. And then this guard will go 1, 2, 3, 4. And lastly, this guard will go 1, 2, 3. But he's got no viable path to his right. So instead he turns to his next available path and starts going this way. So that's worked out quite nicely for us. Okay, so the cameras aren't facing us. So we're going to go for this B token. So we're going to play it a bit risky here. But we're going to go dash for 1, dash 2, dash 3, and then dash 4. I don't want to draw attention here, so we're going to use Snake's focus token to reduce the white dice rolled by 1. So instead of rolling 4, we will roll 3. Okay, and we've drawn attention, but we have Snake's reroll token, so we're going to use his reroll token to reroll this attention symbol. And lucky for us, we don't draw attention, so the guards are still none the wiser. And then we draw another guard order card. So the camera facing changes to green, and the guards will all move 2 spaces and turn to their right. So this guy will go 1, 2. This guy will go 1, 2. This guy will go 1, 2. And this guy will go 1, 2. Keep heading that way. And then it's back to our turn. So here is the issue with a line of sight. Now the way it's described, this camera is facing this row. Oops, destroying the heliport. This camera is facing this row and all 3 of these columns, which means when we stand on this token, we're going to trigger the alarm, which is going to be a bit of a problem. There is no way to get to this token without setting off the alarm. We do want this token though, so what we want to try and do is be able to escape and then have the guards come in here and search this, or rather search our alert token. And I think getting there is going to cost us 2 actions, which means getting out will cost 2 actions, and the guards are a bit close to us. So what we're actually going to do is spend 2 actions to refresh our reroll and 1 action to refresh our free sneak, and then we're going to see which way the cameras turn. I could take the risk of using my last action to dash to here and then hope they don't change. But if that happens, they're definitely going to come in. Yeah, I think we're going to wait. We're going to wait and see what the cameras do. So we draw our guard order card. And they don't change. We should have moved. Okay, so the guards are still none the wiser, and they will patrol 5 spaces and turn to their right. So this one goes 1, 2, 3, 4, hits the wall and turns round, coming back for 5. This one, actually it will be this guy first. He goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, turns to his right. He then goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, turns to his right. And he goes 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, and turns to his right. Okay, so there's no change in the cameras, and we've got a good bit more space between us and the guards now. Okay, so it's very likely the camera's going to change its facing, but we might be okay. So we're going to, this time, we're going to dash to here for one action, and that's all we're going to do. And we're going to hope the cameras don't change again. So we draw our guard order card, and we find that. Oh wow, that was lucky. Which means the guards move 3 spaces and turn to their left. So we start with this guard. We'll go 1, 2, 3. This guard will go 1, 2, 3. This guard will go 1, 2, 3 and turn that way. Then this guard will go 1, 2, 3, and then he turns to his left. And because he's got 2 paths, he does turn to his left, so he spins around and starts coming back on himself. Okay, now we've got all of our actions. It doesn't matter what we do, we're going to get seen. So we're going to use our first action to dash and activate B. So when we reach event A or B, we take that token and we place it on our player dashboard. So we collect objective B, and the camera sees us. We raise the alarm, and then we've still got 1 movement point left on that, so we will move again, and then we're going to dash again, and then dash a 3rd time, and then we're going to dash a 4th time, and hopefully we will be safe here. So we're going to use our focus token to reduce the number of white dice we roll by 1. We're going to hope we don't draw attention. Okay, so again, we roll 1 alert symbol. So we're going to use our reroll again to try and get rid of that. And we do. Oh, our alert token also follows us while we're in line of sight. So it should have actually followed us to here, and then it follows us to the end of that movement. So because it was a dash, and we went dash, dash, and then dashed again, it would actually follow him to there. And then we draw a guard order card. And the cameras don't change, so they're still facing green. And lucky for us, the enemies only move 4 spaces. So all enemies are alerted, and they're all going to start running towards us. So this guy will go 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy will go 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy, they will take the shortest path, so his is going to be this way. I think his will be as well, because guards leapfrog each other, so he will go 1, 2, 3, and then when he tries to move 4 onto there, he will leapfrog and end here. Okay, but this is good because we are a long way from that token. So Snake needs to get moving to keep himself as far away from here as possible. So on his turn, we're going to go sneak, 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 sneak to there. I think we're safe there. And then we will draw our guard order card. Okay, and the cameras change their facing. So unfortunately, this camera is now facing down here. So we need to be careful not to set it off. And then we begin moving the guards, who move 5 this turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So lucky for us, he doesn't get onto the token just yet. So the alarm is still raised, but they're still going to be heading towards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it's back to Snake's turn. So we really want these cameras to change. So what we're going to do is we're going to spend 2 actions to refresh our reroll. and 1 action to refresh our minus white die or sneak. And then we're just not going to do anything with our last action. Snake's just going to stay where he is. So we draw a guard order card. Okay, so lucky for us, the camera facing changes, and the guards move 4 spaces. Now I did actually make a mistake here. When this guard landed on this space, he shouldn't have rotated, because he takes the shortest possible path, and both paths, going this way and this way, are equal in distance. So I almost put my foot in it there. I almost put Snake right out in the open, but he should be facing this way, because when a token, well, there isn't even a rotation symbol under there, so he wouldn't have rotated. So yeah, my mistake there. But yeah, fortunately I caught that mistake before it cost me a lot of trouble. So he will go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it will be this guy next. So he's going to move on to there. He will draw his reaction card, which tells us, remove the alert token, then spawn 1 guard on the radio space in this zone. That guard does not activate this turn. Yes, they've got a maximum guard count on here of 5 as well. But this spawn rule ignores the maximum guard count. The guard count is for if they call reinforcements, while this is a direct spawn. So we will get another guard up here, which is unfortunately just off camera. Okay. So we got lucky there. And as the alarm is now off the board and he is facing a wall, this guard will follow his rotation this way. But he's used all his movement. So then the other guards are going to move 3 and rotate the same way. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, rotate that way. He will go 1, 2, 3 and keep moving. So lucky for us, this token flipped over, and now we can get past this security camera without being seen. So Snake is going to go sneak, 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 sneak into the back of the truck, and then just to make sure he doesn't get seen, he's going to use his focus token to allow him to sneak 1 space for free, and he's going to sneak to here, and then that's his turnover. So we draw another guard order card. Okay, the security cameras change, so they're back to orange, and the guards are going to move 4 and turn to their right. So we start with this guy, who will go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's very unfortunate. And then we've got these guys. They're all coming this way. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then luckily this guy's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And when he hits that arrow, he will bounce and turn around. Okay, we're in a pretty good hiding spot here. So Snake is going to refresh his free sneak token, and then he's just going to wait. So we'll draw a guard order card and see what the guards do. So the cameras don't change, so it's not too bad. Okay, so we need to get that token. So this guy will go 1, 2, 3. This guy will go 1, 2, 3 and turn that way. And then these guards will go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then this last guard down here will go 1, 2, 3. If he hadn't have come in here, that would have been perfect, but he's decided to come and check out this truck. So we're going to try knocking him out. So we're going to dash for 1 action, and then we're going to use 2 actions to do our combo attack. So we roll 2 white and a black. And if we can get 2 3s, then we knock him out. Unfortunately, we make noise and draw attention to ourselves. But what we're going to do is use our reroll focus token to reroll this. Which gets us a 3. Oops. Let's see. He was there, wasn't he? So lucky for us, that is actually enough to knock that guard out. As guards only have 2 health, and we've got 2 hits on him, that is enough to knock out that guard. So replace him with one of those tokens, and we hope we have enough time before he gets up. So we've dashed, we've used a combo attack, and then what we're going to do is we're going to dash again to grab this. So we collect token A, and then we have to do our noise check. So we use 2 dashes. Now hand-to-hand attacks and combo attacks aren't noisy, so we only roll 2 white dice. But what we're going to do, because we really need to make sure we don't draw any attention, is we're going to use our -1 white die focus token. And yeah, that gets us a 4. So Snake's turn is over, and we draw another guard order card. Okay, so this tells us the guards start to wake up. So if the token is on 2 stars, we flip it to 1 star. So that becomes a 1-star token. And then if it happens again, we will discard that token, he will get up. The cameras still don't change, which is unfortunate for us. But start moving the guards. So they're going to move 3 and turn left. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And he turns to his left. And then this guard will go 1, 2, 3 and turn to his left. So that's not too bad. Not so far anyway. But we need to get out of here because this guy is definitely going to be looking down here next turn. And of course this guy might get up. So, the cameras are currently orange, but that's going to change soon. So Snake is going to dash. He's going to dash again. And then he's going to dash a 3rd time. And then with his last action, he's going to refresh his -1 white die token. But he's immediately going to use that -1 white die token to reduce the white dice he rolls by 1. So he will roll 2 instead of 3. But he still draws attention though. And unfortunately, this isn't a number, so I can't use any of my pluses or minuses on it. And I used my reroll. So Snake's blue side of his token goes on there. But we are quite far away, so we should be okay. So we draw a guard order card, and we find the cameras flip to green. The first thing we do is this guard gets back up. Oops, he should be there. Which makes him the closest guard to that token, which is bad for us. So this guard's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he will activate and he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's going to turn and see Snake. So now we're on alert. And this guard has seen Snake, so he's going to shoot at him. And he gets a 5 and a 4. So we don't want to take much damage here. So we're going to use our -2 focus token to transform that into a 2, meaning he only hits Snake for 1 damage. And then these guards, of course, are all now on alert. So they're going to move 5 towards Snake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he would leapfrog those guards. Okay, so we're in a bit of trouble here. We've got this So we've got this conga line of guards here, and I'm not confident I can take them all out, but I might be able to run from them. So we're gonna use a very risky action here, and we can leapfrog guards. So we're gonna leapfrog him using a dash, 1, 2. So when we leapfrog a guard, they don't impede our movement, but they do get to shoot at us. So this guard I've just leapfrogged will shoot at Snake with a 3 and a 1. So he hits Snake for 1 more damage, putting Snake on 2 damage. And then we're probably going to head for the exit up top this way. So that was one action. He's going to dash. This of course puts him in line of sight of the camera. Then he's going to dash a 3rd time. And then he's going to dash a 4th time. And his token will follow him. We just need to hope we get a good guard order card. So, we draw our guard order card. Okay, the guard's radioing, but they have already got 5 guards on the board, so nothing happens. The camera's changed to orange, and then they're going to move 5 towards the alert token. So this guard will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This guard will go... what's his shortest path? I think it's the same. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So lucky for us, we've got this just conga line of guards. So, do I try and loop back round? Yeah, we're going to sneak 1, 2, 3 to there, and then we're going to use one action to refresh our -1 white die token. And then we draw a guard order card. So the cameras change again, going back to green. And the guard will move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this guard will go 1, 2 to here. We'll draw a reaction card. So if the player is in the same zone, flip the alert token to its investigation side and place it under the model. Okay, so that's not ideal. Basically means we aren't out of the woods yet. But it does mean I'm able to manipulate the guards. So they're going to go 1, 2. Because he's the closest, and turn towards that. Or would he be the closest? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, it would be this guard who is the closest. So he will move 2 and turn to his left, which means he rotates back on himself because he has 2 available paths. This guard, however, will go 1, 2. So there's no way I'm not getting seen here. This has turned out rather badly. And then this guard will go 1, 2. So I think we're actually going to try and make a run for it down here. So Snake is going to dash, and of course set off the alarm. He's going to refresh his -2 token for another action. Then he's going to dash with his 3rd action, putting him here, and this guard gets to take a shot at him. So the guard shoots at him, and we are going to use our -2 focus token to turn that into a 2 so he doesn't hit us. And that was dash, refresh, dash, so he's going to dash again. 2. Now, Snake is in a fair bit of trouble here. because of course the alert token is back on the board. So we draw that. Camera facings change. So they go to orange. And then this guard will go 1, 2, 3, 4, and he will shoot at Snake. Lucky for us, he completely misses. Now these guards will try and find a path. So, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I guess he would go 1, 2, 3, 4, leapfrog to there. So he will shoot at Snake, and he does 1 damage to Snake, putting Snake on 3 damage. This guard hasn't moved, has he? So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's going to try and get there 3, 4, to get a shot, but he's not going to be able to. This guard, however, can go 1, 2, 3, 4, and leapfrog to there, and then he will also shoot at Snake. And he rolls Snake Eyes. So somehow we managed to survive that. So with 1 health remaining, it's Snake's turn. Camera's an orange, but we're not going to care about the cameras. We just need to run. So Snake is going to dash, dash, dash. Then he's going to dash to there. So we draw another guard order card. And the guards are going to move 4. Okay, that's good. That's very good. So this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, but he leapfrogs, so he ends there. 1, 2, 3, 4, leapfrogs, ends there. 1, 2, 3, 4, he leapfrogs, ends there. 2, 3, 4. So I could have just moved this entire column forward like that. I may have moved an extra guard there, I'm not sure. And the cameras are facing orange, so we are going to get seen again. But it's okay, because Snake has enough actions remaining to go dash, 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 and reach the exit.
Snake, this is McDonald Miller. It's been a long time.
Master, what are you doing here?
I quit being a drill instructor, so I moved out here for some peace and quiet. I'm in retirement, just like you. Once in a while, I still help train the Alaskan Scouts.
Passing on the skills to a new generation, huh?
Campbell told me about the situation here. I thought I might be of some use.
There's no one I'd rather have in a foxhole than you.
Well, I know lots about survival in a harsh environment. I've lived in Alaska longer than you, so call me if you have any questions about the flora or fauna out here. My frequency is 141.80.
I moved the dock machine to the cell in the first floor basement.
What about the vent shaft cleaning?
They just opened the vent covers. About to start spraying for rats.
First floor basement ventilation shaft.
So that's it. By some miracle, we managed to avoid all of those guards at the end there. That went really well. It actually went exactly as I planned, right up until that that silly mistake I made in the truck here, where I left Snake standing here and I completely neglected the knocked out guard. I should have really thought about that, but I didn't. So that's that. I mean, the smart thing to have actually done when he was knocked out would have been to stand here. Because if I'd done that when he woke up, he wouldn't have seen Snake here, and he would have walked past. I may have had to wait a couple more turns for the other guards to go past, but then I would have been safe to just sneak around this way and take the exit. So there's a lot of patience involved in this game. A lot of the time, you know, spending a turn doing nothing is sometimes the most effective thing you can do, which is, it's a little bit counterintuitive, it feels like sometimes, but that's the aim of the game. It's stealth, you know, it's waiting and watching for a better opportunity. But of course, you've always got this guard orders deck ticking against you. I mean, how many turns did I have left? So I had one more turn, 2 more turns, and then it would have been game over. So that was quite lucky, but you know, this game over card could have been the top one in this red deck. So when you actually see these red bordered guard orders come up, the game becomes kind of a lot more tense, because you know it could be over at any time. But that's it. So let's see what Snake's reward is. So we get equipment card 1 and equipment card 2, and then if we completed optional objective B, we get equipment card 3 as well. So that was worth it. We get quite a lot of equipment for that. So equipment card 1 is, of course, our pistol that we found in the back of the truck. Equipment card 2 are some rations that I guess we just found somewhere, maybe in the back of the truck as well. And equipment card 3 is chaff grenades. So chaff grenades, so we can toss them until the end of the round. Players ignore cameras and sensors in this zone. If there is a guard in your zone, you draw attention, then discard this card. So they're a one-use thing to get rid of cameras, so they would have been handy there. But unfortunately, you don't get the item until you clear the stage. So in this game, whatever equipment you take into a stage with you, that's what you've got. You won't, or at least very rarely, you will get access to anything new during a stage. And that is it. So Snake is going to save his game, and I will see you in the next one.
What can I do for you, Snake?